Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, this is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
Not bad for a fourth-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
Cousins now to throw on first down. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
NFL playoffs one-round NFC and AFC Wildcard games and highlights will be coming up next on Sports Action Infinity 2-2.
Did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that third down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. He threw the little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the first down, though. And you're right. That opening drive, keep those chains moving.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Cook. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The NFL Playoffs one-round AFC Wildcard game will be coming up next on Sports Action Infinity. 2 seed 7 Buffalo Bills 1-0 8 seed 2 Kansas.
No gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
On 3rd down, Cousins. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And the Packers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Here we go with the Packer offense guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, man open. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. We're scoreless after one. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Rodgers now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Jones.
The NFL Playoffs one-round AFC Wildcard game will be coming up next on Sports Action Infinity. 2-2 seed 5 Pittsburgh Steelers 1-0-8 seed 4.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Crosby puts it through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense back on the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, it's Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Cousins
The NFL Playoffs one-round AFC Wildcard game will be coming up next on Sports Action Infinity 2 Seat 6 Los Angeles Chargers 108 Seat 3.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Handoff comes to Cook, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Osborne. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
The NFL Playoffs one-round NFC Wildcard game will be coming up next on Sports Action Infinity 2 Seat 6 New Orleans Saints 108 Seat 3 DA.
Okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to get the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Rodgers. Open man, this is Lewis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Rodgers now on 1st down. He hits Adams, complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the 2nd half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah.
Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. After the play, not a good sign. Dalvin Cook staying on the ground. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Cousins finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Short completion, just 4 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now a timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Rodgers on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
On second down, it's Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Caught right side. It's Lewis. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw. Complete. This is Lewis. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now the pressure comes and he goes down just inside the 10, back at the 9. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you're probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. A give. This is Cook. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And here's Rodgers on the return. Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. It was Nick Vigil there on the stop.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. The give is to Jones. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Here's Rodgers. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he's brought down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Dillon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A.J. Dillon. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop it.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now out comes Minnesota. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. Escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Dean Lowry, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Cousins now. Open man here is Conklin. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. A 1st down throw for Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Osborne. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Cousins on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And not much running room. Down to the 32. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Crosby is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow start or a tough start. Means that they're strong mentally. They've kind of calmed themselves down. Everyone's rallied around them. Maybe they even change game planning a little bit in order to make things better for them.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a line football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Off the play fake, Cousins. is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So on 4th down, a big time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. To the air again, it's Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.